What happens when diversity is a source of disruption? At the individual level, diversity can be a source of discomfort in one form or another. Take the example of an international team made up of mostly French and German engineers. Initially, cultural differences may be a source of curiosity, creating a motivation to try to get to know the other, but also a source of difficulty in trying to find ways to connect to the other. As the team begins to work together on a common task, both sides may find that the other structures the task differently, has a different way of making decisions, and thus ends up taking different decisions. These experiences may eventually lead to negative evaluations and the undermining of the other and the other's actions. In a survey I carried out with international teams comprised mostly of French and German managers, I found that German and French managers observed similar characteristics for themselves and for the other group. However, their judgment of themselves and the other group differed in the way predicted by social categorization theory we discussed in Module 2. In this particular survey, the German managers perceived themselves to be inflexible but correct, and the French managers as unreliable. The French managers, on the other hand, perceived themselves to be unorganized, analytical, and emotional, and the Germans as pragmatic, disciplined, but not seductive. In this type of situation, diversity is a source of disruption, since the other is at the origin of should not be actions and events that are unexpected and unwelcome because they present different possibilities and put into question taken for granted beliefs. These beliefs, for example, may be about how decisions should be made or how they should be implemented. In other situations, these beliefs may also be about what type of activities ethnic minorities are suited for or how women should behave. Disruptive moments are useful because they momentarily clarify otherwise hidden beliefs. Because these moments are uncomfortable, they solicit cognitive effort, thereby focusing our attention on the unexpected, that which doesn't make sense. They are also moments in which we can see things differently and hear opinions that we have not heard before. For example, if our hidden belief is that colored women are nannies and domestic helps, seeing a colored woman who is senior management of a firm is unexpected and initially does not make sense. We are lost for words and actions and need to think about how to make sense of the situation and react. This cognitive effort focuses our attention on the unexpected and in doing so creates a window of opportunity to see the world differently and also to address our taken for granted beliefs. So, first, become aware of your should not be moments, an experience that doesn't make sense automatically and that requires cognitive processing. Use the moment as an opportunity to take in a new perspective and reflect on your taken for granted values and beliefs as you become aware of these often hidden elements. Then, secondly, become aware of your own thoughts and emotions in that moment and how you are using them to make sense of the situation. Are your thoughts and emotions founded on evidence? For example, in your encounter with a colored woman senior manager, because it is unexpected for you, you may think that she must be a member of the owning family and undermine her contributions. Is this assumption well-founded and sound? Third, think of other potential ways of understanding the situation, gather information and other perspectives. For example, think about why you expect colored women to be domestic help. Are the reasons based on bias, on evidence, on economic factors, or on personal or talent factors? Take this opportunity to question the underlying basis of your arguments. And finally, fourth, based on alternative interpretations, identify new and different possibilities for interpretation, reaction, and action. This method is based on the cognitive approach to personality. It highlights potentially non-rational thoughts and beliefs and generates alternative interpretations which in turn can impact behavior. When firms increase the number of women or people with disabilities due to push factors and equal opportunities, this impacts the overall organizational equilibrium and creates opportunities for should not be moments. Rather than trying to integrate differences by fixing minorities, by training collaborators, both majority and minority, with this methodology, firms can harness the power of diversity through its disruptive force. In order for disrupting through diversity to work in firms, in addition to changing the distribution of the workforce, it is also important that top management fully support diversity and these types of initiatives. In doing so, they create what Ibarra, Ely, and Kolb call safe identity workplaces, where minorities can make other contributions that are different from mainstream contributions. This may in turn create innovative opportunities not only at the individual level, but also at the organizational level through the new perspectives and actions that are generated that take into account differences and also integrate self-questioning at the heart of the organizational process. In this MOOC, our objective is to give young professionals cognitive tools to constructively address diversity. You will have the opportunity to put the cognitive methodology presented in this module into practice with a diversity case study. Also in Module 4, you will find a variety of diversity cases from around the world that you can practice on to hone your analytical skills using this methodology.